that Donald Trump was elected president. I mean, did you guys have any doubt that, you know?
Honestly, I was surprised. I had full faith that there wasn't enough like people to actually vote for Trump. But then I realized that so many people were against Hillary that they were willing to vote for Trump. Like there were so many people who just couldn't handle the idea of Hillary. And don't get me wrong, both of them to me are just
right. Not to
not
say,
presidential
not to say
material.
it was justifiable.
Like me not supporting Trump doesn't mean I support Hillary in any way at all. But I just kind of thought it's definitely not going to go to Trump. And so when he won, I was pretty surprised. But I wasn't scared. You know, I wasn't like thinking, oh, like, you know, country's gonna.
Right.
I wasn't.
Still have the majority of the American people to still back everyone up. You know?
Well, I think the
He's
scary
just
part
one
is that
person,
most of the
like-
Senate and Congress are Republican now.
Mhm.
So, and because Trump is Republican, that means most of the things that he tries to pass will be supported by them because they're also Republicans. But on the same token, a lot of Republicans actually don't support Trump's ideals. There's a lot of Republicans.
To an extent, there are certain ideals they don't, which it's hard to clarify with how the media puts it. Like some don't like this, but like this of Trump. But then some
No,
don't
right,
like this of
exactly.
Trump and then like that. But then they all say they don't like it.
That's why
That's
why parties
bad.
in general are such a shitty concept, because when you have to say, oh, I'm Republican or I'm Democrat, you know, you're basically having to generalize people. You have to say, you know, if you believe one thing from the Democratic side, you believe everything from the Democratic side. And if some person from the Democratic side does something stupid, then everyone on that side is stupid. You know, it just makes it easy to throw groups of people around without looking at people individually for what they actually.
We've become so divided. They used to work together for the country.
Right.
Bring both ideals for both both people. More of a liberal freedom type of thing and more of a conservative thing, so that we can still kind of constrain yourselves while still having the freedom of people that you still need.
Right.
And it's like now we're just completely gone, and it's like I feel that there's too many people on each side that is like some liberals want to control people, some liberals want to give people freedom. Some conservatives want to control people, some liberal conservatives want to give people the freedom to do what they want.
Right.
Because it's like the freedom to own your guns, your freedom to do that. When people
that's another thing.
to take it away, then it's like
Yeah.
they're already made. It's like unfortunately we've already been past that part.
Yeah.
Taking away guns, it's fucked. It's not going to do anything. It's
However,
much like the gun laws.
I feel like it's, you know, when something radical like that has happened, like Donald Trump being such an anomaly almost, you know, you're unpredictable, I guess you can say, that it kind of, I feel like it might rally people together, you know, despite their sides or whatever, because, I mean, we all know, like, some of the laws he's been passing recently are just fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like the
so
American
wild.
people are eventually, if anything really does happen, I don't know why people are so fucking scared. Everybody will get together and change it. If something really bad happens.
Yeah,
like,
but it's easy to understand why people are scared. It's just
that goes back to the topic. We're just too many crybabies now, because it's like we're triggered. Like
It's just too much of a loose cannon, I feel like.
yeah, and he clearly has he has made statements that, you know, if we weren't in the position we are in, that it could possibly make us fear for our lives.
I don't understand why Bernie didn't beat Hillary. It's just like
that's another thing. The Democrats kind of just screwed themselves over by having Hillary as the nominee.
Yeah, because they would have gone all much bigger.
Talk about backfire.
Yeah, that was definitely frustrating. But that's another thing is, you know, people heard the word socialism and they fucking flipped out. And there's a big difference between socialism and democratic socialism. Huge difference. But people weren't willing to take the time to, you know, research that. They just heard the word and they got triggered. And then they saw Hillary and
also
got triggered.
To another defense, he probably should have just picked a whole other word completely. I mean,
yeah, but at the same time, look
socialism, why not just make a whole other thing, one word? That's not.
Well, see, but that's kind of the thing is, you know, how come Trump's allowed to say whatever he wants, and it's, oh, look at him, you know, he's not a politic. He says he says what's on his mind. Like, people support the fact that he says what's on his mind, But I mean, then you state facts, and it's suddenly like a bad thing.
Alternative facts.
Yeah, but don't.
Because Democratic, I mean, you can't. Why?
Was on their mind.
It's kind of like making up new words for transgender. Like, why do you have to make up a new word for democratic socialism just because it scares people? You know, that's their fault. That's
perceiving it.
The fact
I
is.
mean, that's also another like business aspect on it. It's not like changing the whole law. You're just like, for everyone in a specific party, like you're just completely acting like this is a new form of government. As a president, I want to enforce. It's like it's a different aspect of like the two pronouns and everything. I think changing that is like it's more of like a business plan in a way. Like you want to appeal to the American people as the person that you are. Like
I mean, but he did. I mean, he had some of the biggest rallies.
But I mean, there's also other things that he didn't as well. So it's
right.
Like,
but at the same time, like
he doesn't have to be forced, was what you're saying.
Right. Well, that too. But I was just gonna say at the same time, when you have to like make stretches or like change the way you word things to appeal to the side that you're not really trying to attract, you know, like the people who would support Bernie were gonna support him no matter what. You know what I mean? Like I feel like those people already
so
have
then
the
why
same.
not try to appeal? Like,
Well, because it's like it's kind of like having an argument on the internet. Like no matter.
You can't appeal to everyone.
Yeah, you're never gonna change their mind. You could go back and forth all you want, but you're never gonna change their mind.
But if you're already democratic socialism and all your people already know what that is, and they're like, okay, try to get more people by trying to encourage them to like understand what you mean by doing different words. Like, if you want to get someone who's of a different party who's scared of the socialism aspect, but likes everything and every policy that you like before they said socialism,
right?
Then
he actually did that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then, if they already know that you're going to get someone to already vote for you, and you have the whole party, and they know that you need to win, just I don't know. It just didn't seem that hard to like change.
Yeah, that happened actually. There was somebody who was being interviewed live, just some random person, but they were going through the policies of Bernie Sanders, and he was, you know, they didn't say who it was from, like, whose policies it was. And then not only when they revealed it was Bernie Sanders, but also revealed that those are democratic socialism policies, he didn't know what to say. He froze.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know obviously what happened. Maybe he continued to support Bernie, maybe he bailed out, but like you said, you know, if you already agree with those points, but you're just kind of scared about the word, it kind of makes it difficult to attract different audiences.
I also think it's hard to like find really what the point they're gonna make too, because most of the time on news stuff, like watching C-SPAN is probably the only news place where I've found the most unedited news. Like
CNN?
No, C-SPAN.
Oh, C-SPAN.
No, like CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, all those are shit.
Yeah.
They constantly cut video on certain points when they're talking, put it in different areas, put what they said right here.
Yeah, well, I mean, Trump seems to think that Fox is the only accurate news source. He straight up said all the other news channels, including the one who was interviewing him, and he even apologized to them because he was talking shit about them. Well, not talking shit, but like including them. By saying that they all put his speeches out of context and make it look bad. And he said, look at Fox News. They show the real stuff.
Is C-SPAN?
So it's kind of hard, like, to take him serious when he says something like that.
I
it's like I want to watch and see, like, maybe he does have something good to say, but when he says something like that, it's kind of like, ooh, kind of makes me have to take a step back.
I mean, that's like the same with Hillary saying MSNBC, like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everybody with like Bernie.
It's in their favor, though. So I mean,
you only have one Fox News for that, and you have like 16 for the Democratic Party.
But is C-SPAN on national television? I think I've heard of it.
C-SPAN is like, if you have 54 for Cartoon Network, it's usually like 49 or like 48. And those are the ones that are like in those big press conferences that are just boring to watch. But you watch and hear everything unedited. Buzz Media on Facebook and all these other places.
Yeah, Buzz Media is really, they're phenomenal. They're doing a lot of good stuff.
They have been constantly found guilty and blatantly like bad on political charts.
BuzzFeed?
Yeah, they suck on that shit.
Really?
Yes. They are one-sided. Like There have been so many things that
I think it's just people disagreeing.
Okay, I can show you videos, but there has been stuff that literally, and
I'm sure you can find videos on like C-SPAN though too.
Yeah, I mean, C-SPAN is all unedited though. Like you literally have all that intermission time where you hear people just mumble all the time, like in the background. It's horrible.
I see what you're saying. As far as being uncut.
Yeah,
right.
But like literally, like I can get the videos, but shit, it's like literally kids that aren't Republican looking, because like there's a whole trait to how Republicans look apparently, white and only
They're
that.
giving like almost a false identity.
Yeah, same with Democrats. I think all Democrats are just millennial crybabies.
No, I thought all Democrats are like everyone else that's out there. I mean, there's only one white Republican, and there's no look for a Democrat. There's no specific look.
I mean, lately it seems like it's always, oh, you're just another liberal millennial who wants everything for free.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I mean,
we want
if you're asking it for free,
well, we want
I mean,
it for
you
free.
can probably get that.
Oh my god.
But it
Depends on how you
I thought
know
that was
the
pretty
actual
funny.
aspect of the free wall is. I mean, I've heard different things because I watched C-SPAN of what he wanted to do is actually have like the imported companies that were based in America to go out there.
But they're
and
just
pay
gonna
a
raise
tax,
the import tax.
Pay a tax because they're already out there
Right.
and making jobs for the American people like we actually need type of thing.
Yeah.
Which the people in Mexico also need jobs, but why can't Mexico make something for their own people? Why can't we help them once we have our own job here? It's like we don't need a wall because people are just going to go over it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need a way. we need a way to actually document people.
Right.
That's not unrealistic.
They're saying
that needs to happen.
That's what I think. That's what really separates people is they think that we either need to just either block everyone or accept everyone. But really, what it comes down to is we just need better regulations on who's coming over.
Yeah. They're also saying I like how other countries are responding to these new like law or like things that they're trying to implement. But I heard that Mexico is they're starting to charge people to cross over to Mexico to help document people and like just people who are going through their borders, which is I guess that can help them in their situation. But I mean,
You mean Mexico is charging people?
Yeah.
Well, they should.
Yeah.
They should. I mean, I don't object to that whatsoever. I mean, like, there's so many things where it seems so one-sided that people have to seem so negative on that they don't show everything else that's really going on. Like, it's just one-sided, 24/7, and I just don't understand
Well,
that.
that's why no matter what you think, every news media source is inaccurate, even if it technically doesn't have any edited parts to it. Really, the only valid information you're going to get is from real research and articles.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, from just.
Well, if you're doing quotes, yeah, the research and articles is one thing too, yeah. But like, if you're listening to someone and you're having to quote them, like everyone is.
Right,
which
yeah.
is bullshit because literally, like, one person can say one word and that's communicated in so many different ways for so many different.
Yeah,
people.
but at the same time, there are certain things that's just like there's no getting around it. Like no matter how you say it, it's been said.
Oh yeah. But.
And then they try to defend it like, oh, they took it out of context. But I mean, how can you? I don't know.
There's different ways.
Yeah, media is so fascinating how like it's been so good to help develop like awareness, yet it can be so toxic because it's very unfortunate. It's just what people really want to believe, but
like it gets a lot of good ideals out there.
No,
just in face with like a lot of fundraising, like a lot of that. Like, like some people might want to do an ice bucket challenge just to be cool, but some actually people want to like do it for like a whole fundraising. Like, wow, there's actually a fundraising cause behind that.
Oh, dude,
that's a good.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever if it's a scam or whatnot. But
I just meant like that's kind of like what social media and the news does. It turns those legitimate, sincere, those people were trying to actually make donations or support their charities or support these diseases or conditions by doing certain things to raise awareness.
Yeah.
But thanks to social media and the news, it gets turned into a fucking game where it's like, hey, look, I'm also doing the ice bucket challenge. # fucking retard.
Yeah, with the idiots that do.
Special needs is the
Yeah.
I don't want anyone to get offended out there.
See, that's the people that make everyone look bad as a human
Yeah,
race.
but it's just the information is just so available to everybody, and then people can just use it and bend it to their own will. It's so unfortunate.
But that's also what's frustrating. Look how much information we have access to, and yet people still don't have proper grammar, don't have proper research, don't have
Guilty.
And yeah, I mean, I know I brought up grammar, and ultimately that's not important in perhaps real world situations. But when you're a professional or someone who's writing an article and you're still spelling things wrong, you lose credibility. And it's just, how hard is it to look that word up? And you might be busy, whatever. I get it. Things happen in terms of grammar. You make mistakes. But when you're actually trying to make claims about what people said or what's happening in the world, and you're trying to claim it as a fact, and you still got it wrong, how does that happen? Right in my hands, I have the answer. It just takes a little bit of time and not looking at one source. You look at multiple.
Oh yeah.
You take in points that you might not necessarily agree with, but you have to think it over and
multiple.
Talk it over with other. Even this podcast is helping take our already, seated opinions and kind of get new ideas, change them one way or the other, see different perspectives.
Yeah, we're making ourselves vulnerable to an extent, but of course we're going to be open to criticism or whatever.
Yeah.
If people want to
Exactly.
chime in, we're not going to shut them down or just be like, nope, you're wrong.
Oh yeah. So that's one thing you should know about our podcast and about Whiskey Alpha is that there might be some things both said on here that seem controversial. Pepperoni. And there might be things that you want to ask that you're afraid to ask because you think it might be too controversial. I'm sure there's a better word for that, but the point is, feel free to ask whatever you want, say whatever you want. We're not going to be offended or take it the wrong way.
We're going to get down to business and open it up.
Yeah, and really it just opens it up to more interpretation for how people feel about things.
I feel like that's our goal, though. I feel like having an open mind is very important nowadays, and it should be preached by everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna think like that because they're closed-minded, but whatever. You have your own reasons to think whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're gonna respect that.
Right. And that's Whiskey Alpha. Signing off.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
well, I think we should. We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Sorry, because that's a lot of length.
No, yeah, no. So I'm sure we won't use like half of what we've said, but I just wanted to have something where we sign off, just saying we'll have more stuff in the future. I don't know. Just let them know that. Yeah. So what do you think we should say? Should we let them know that there'll be more stuff in the future that
we're gonna have links
where we don't even have a name. Where are we uploading this?
YouTube. We're going to take care of that right now. We're gonna.
No, yeah.
But as a point of reference.
All right, so let's say All right, so that's gonna do it for the podcast, I think, for today.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully in the future we'll have a little bit more of a solid idea of what we're gonna talk about. This was just kind of improvised. Everything was on the spot.
At least we're not like CNN, all scripted.
I think he meant every media source, but yeah.
Yeah. You get it. Fuck CNN.
Correct.
And Fox.
Every news source.
But expect to see more stuff from us, more videos. We're going to be uploading this to YouTube. We don't really have a name for our channel right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something along the lines of Whiskey Alpha.
Whiskey Alpha something!
Whiskey Alpha TV.
Yeah.
Okay, they probably don't even do that, I guess. Since the only way they're going to find it.
Yeah, they're going
by actually saying it.
Yeah.
So let's say
Zion, Christian, and Christopher. Chris, Thomas.
No! Yeah, my bags are, dude, geez, 1 hour? Fuck's sake.
Damn, time flies. That was Joe Rogan podcast, like 2 hours.